Hey guys, welcome back. I'll show you how to put sulfuric acid into your battery. You want to make sure you read everything, all the instructions before you start. It's very, very simple. Just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. You're going to be fine. You want to make sure you have your gloves on. Nitrile gloves work the best for me. If you got something a little more heavy duty, that's fine. Just pop these guys on before you really don't want to touch anything or open anything up. Now here on this bottle, it's going to come sealed inside the packaging. It's going to have measurements here for how much you want to use. Mainly, all we're worried about is getting that cap free right now. So you just need a pair of snips. I'm going to cut that off about that much, so not very much at all. You want to make sure that that is not all. You can see this. See, it's all bent up right now. Just want to make sure that's actually kind of circular. That's just going to make sure it doesn't leak out and go everywhere. This red fill tube comes with all these batteries. You're just going to push this guy on. Now don't just like stop there. Obviously you want to twist and check. And you want to make sure it's on there pretty good. Because those things will come off and that's not something that you want to deal with. As far as filling, you want to make sure that the temperature of the sulfuric acid is the same temperature as the battery, so store them in the same place. Typically they're going to come in a box and they're going to be right next to each other anyway, but you just don't want to like leave the battery somewhere overnight and then try to put in warm fluid or vice versa. So with this one, it's just a push type. So these guys, they just pull right on out. You want to take those out and go ahead and pop all these off because you don't want to be sitting there trying to mess with this while you're trying to push in fluid because it is kind of a pain. And they're not made for people with big fingers. And don't lose these caps. Don't toss these or throw them away or anything like that. You want to make sure you keep all these. Like I said, they are just push types. They're not twist. You can try to twist if you need to use a tool. Just be gentle. You don't actually cut it or anything like that. It just pulls right out. On the side here, there's going to be a vent. It's going to be like a red cap. You want to make sure you take that off. So with here, you're going to have your lower level and then your upper level. Okay, you want to be in between these guys. You don't want to go over it. You don't want to be too far under. It just takes a little bit of time. You know, you're going to go ahead and grab it like this. And I would say if you're a beginner and you have not done this before, go with the side that you can see more clearly through. Like this side's a little bit darker. So right here, you're going to start right there. And you're going to make sure that this is inside. And it's going to flow fairly quickly. All right, and you're just going to watch, try to get this in screen. You're going to watch that level rise a little bit. When you start adding the fluid in, you should be able to see that now. And you don't want to squeeze, okay, because it's going to come out very quickly. You can add a little bit of pressure, that's fine. Get to that lower level, and then stop. Tilt it back up. Gently pull this out so you don't spray the fluid everywhere. It's going to drip. Then you're going to move on to your next one. Okay, rinse and repeat. We're just going to keep doing this over and over and over again. Now, once you've filled up your battery, you got all your fluid in there, okay, you want to check, give it a little tilt. And you see how that's right there at the upper level. Okay, it's really good, probably my best one yet. It's okay if you go over just a little bit, that's fine. You're going to check that level after you put it on charger. Okay, you're going to check this level. Now once you're done filling and you've got everything in there, you're going to put these caps on very loosely. Okay, you don't want to push them down all the way yet. You will do that later, but you're just trying to make sure that all the bubbles and everything get out of there. So this is just in case it gets tipped over or something like that. You don't want to spill it out whenever you go to charge it. Now it says you need to wait an hour. I will be waiting an hour before I put this thing on charge, because you're going to watch this battery level. It's going to find all the voids and everything inside there. It's probably going to be a little lower. You're probably going to have to top it off again. Like I said, this is just, you don't want to get them too far down. I have had these get stuck before. You just want to make sure that you're good to go here, so that if something taps it or anything like that, it's not going to spill out and get somewhere you don't want it to be. That's pretty much it, and I'll show you guys how to charge this guy. All right, so it's been an hour. We're going to charge the battery now. Now, when it comes to preference for what you want to charge, I've found that the NOCO Genius 5, especially with all the modes that it has on there, does a really great job with ATV batteries. I even use it on my truck from time to time. All in all, it's a little bit expensive, I know, but the repair mode on this guy has been fantastic. Just so you guys can see the modes that are on here. It's got a bunch of indicators that you can go through, and then 12-volt repair has been fantastic. A bunch of you guys with golf carts, you know all about the 12-volt repair. That thing will bring a dead battery back to life. There is some, like the ones that I'm working on right now, that I pulled out of these old ATVs that were just beyond repair. They just could not, tried to force charge it multiple times, would not take the charge. For this, it does have a selector right here, the mode. You can go 12 volt, 12 volt AGM, lithium. Obviously, this is a regular lead acid, so I'm going to be charging at 12 volts. Usually takes around, I don't know, we'll see what the indicators give out once this thing is good to go. But on average, I'd say about an hour. This thing should be fully charged and ready to put in the bike. Now, obviously, red lead goes to your positive. Black lead goes to your negative. Make sure you have a secure connection. So if you notice here, this thing's got a nice big opening there. You don't want to be that guy who tries to, put that in and then it's sitting in there, something like, like that, where it's barely touching. You want to make sure you got a nice, good bite on it. And then if you have a NOCO Genius like mine, you always want to check your fuse. I have had this fuse blow before, and that was a really, really bad battery that I was force charging, and it did blow the fuse. It's kind of sent me for a loop, but the fuse is just a regular micro 10 amp fuse. So nothing too crazy there. You should have some of those. If you don't, hop on over to Amazon, pick you up some. Other than that, it is very straightforward. Like I said, cannot praise this guy enough. It's got me out of a few bad situations.